Hello, it's me, Brian, again. It's Beer 30. You know what that means. Yeah, we're going to talk some more smack. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. Yeah. I live way out here in the middle of nowhere. Right? And the nearest real town, you know what I'm saying, is 55 miles away, Tonopah. And it's not even that much of a town. It's more of a tourist trap than anything else. Jim Butler days. Jim Butler and the donkey found Tonopah. Right? You know what I'm saying? The city, the nearest real city, right, is Fallon. Yeah, Fallon. And that's almost 200 miles away. Right? You know? Right? But yeah, living out here in the middle of nowhere gives you a unique perspective on what's going on, right, in the real world. Or what people are calling the real world. Will Smith slaps Chris Rock because Chris Rock made a joke about his wife. What? I watched a video last night on YouTube. Some guy, right, this was on the strip in Vegas. Some biker guy, cut off a dude in a car, right, and then pulled up in front of him and got out like he was going to, beat on dude, and dude, like, pushed him away and said, dude, get away from me. Right? And got back in his car and went to take off. And the motorcycle guy could, dude, motorcycle, car. Guess who won that one? What? People are acting crazy. It's worse now than it was when the pandemic was raging. Back when I was back in Phoenix. Phoenix, it was crazy. Right? People were doing wild shit. Right? What the hell's going on? And it's not just young people. It's old people, middle-aged people, 40-somethings, 30-somethings, 20-somethings. You expect the teenagers and the 20-somethings to do stupid stuff. You really do. But Will Smith is 53 years old. He has children. He's been married to the same woman for 20-something years. Yeah, love makes you do crazy things. Right on, bro. But there are a lot better ways to react. Right? Listen, people, there are a lot better ways to react. Right? You know what I'm saying? We don't need all of this stuff. We got enough. There's already enough bullcrap flying around in the atmospheres. Some people breathing in bad spirits and evil demons and all kinds of crazy stuff, right? It's making them do these weird things. Yeah, well, I thought you said there was no such thing as demons and spirits, Brian. I never said that, right? But I've said this a lot of times. Demons could be drugs, alcohol, cigarettes, food, anything. Your demons are personal. There's something to go on in here, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not my fault you had a bad childhood. I had a bad childhood. No, I actually had a good childhood. I had a bad adulthood. That's what I had. Right? There's a lot of you out there that agree with me. You agree with the way I think. You know what I'm saying? But fortunately or unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of you haters out there and people that disapprove of me, you know what I'm saying? This is the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in this to make money. I'm not in this for fame and glory. I could give a rat's butt. Right? I'm not in this for that. You know what I'm saying? I never really was, actually. You know what I'm saying? I was more into, learning something new and doing something cool. You know what I'm saying? Right? Helping people. You know what I'm saying? That's what, I'm about. Right? Yeah, sure. I was a rough, tumble, big bad guy. We all were. You know what I'm saying? We all had the potential to be. Right? But I learned from it. I learned from those things that I did that I shouldn't have. What did I learn? I learned how to be a better person. I learned how to be a little bit more compassionate. Right? I learned how to be a little bit more, right, in tune with what I need. I'm sorry if you disapprovers, you know what I'm saying, right, feel offended, right, or you get all worked up into a lather because of something that I said. Nobody ever said you had to do what I say, right? I'm saying, but it does, it is a little bit smart, I'm saying, to listen to what I say. Right? Because, maybe, just maybe I already been through that experience that's confounding you. Maybe, just maybe I've already walked down through the fire, right? And came out the other end with vast life experience, right? That helps me determine the course of my everyday life. Right? I do things moment by moment, day by day. I don't have a plan. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes, let alone what's going to happen 5 days from now, 5 months, 5 years, right? Too many people, right, in this moment in history, right, are trying their utmost to be the best, the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I was just reading a thing about LeBron James is now the GOAT. He's broken just about every one of Michael Jordan's records. There's only two people that care about that. Everybody else faking it. Me, I don't care. I don't care who's the GOAT. Just think about what they're saying. GOAT. The GOAT. Right? Wait a minute. Isn't one of the representations of the devil a goat? Are you real? Is this real or is it just all me? Right? There was this family in France 2 days ago, right? They're two twin sisters, and one of them was married to this guy, and they had an 8-year-old daughter, and they had like a 4-year-old son, 5-year-old son, right? They were holed up in their apartment on the 7th floor of their apartment building. You know what I'm saying? This and that, whatever. And one of the sisters had a job. She was the only one that left the house since the beginning of the pandemic, right? You know what I'm saying? Now, these people were just holed up. I mean, they had tons of food. They had all kinds of supplies. They had medical stuff. They had everything they needed. You know what I'm saying? And the sister that went back and forth to work was the one that brought the information of the day. The news, this and that, whatever. Because they were all glued to the TV screens. You know what I'm saying? She was the one that was telling them what was going on, you know what I'm saying, in the neighborhood. What's going on? COVID's going away. Everything's okay. Right? You know what I'm saying? Well, the social worker showed up at their door to inquire as to the homeschooling status of their 8-year-old daughter. That's all they wanted to know. Is she enrolled? Are you guys homeschooling her? You want to do computer school? You want us to bring her to school? That's all they were there to find out. This is France, right? And Social Democrats, right? The people freaked out, right? Slammed the door shut, you know what I'm saying? Locked it. And they didn't hear any more sound out of it. And the police had to come. They couldn't get in. They didn't know what the hell was going on. So they were all standing around waiting to see what the hell happened. This is what happened. One by one, all 5 of them walked out to the balcony and jumped off. And we're talking about children here. 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. Never mind the adults. You're an adult. You make up your own bed. You sleep in it. You understand? But children jumping off of the balcony following their parents because of what they have been taught. There's no way that there was any truth ever taught to those children if they willingly jumped off. It's like Jim Jones in Guyana. 800 and some odd people drank the Kool-Aid. Alright? Jim Jones didn't drink the Kool-Aid. 2 of his followers had to murder him. I understand people like Jeffrey Dahmer, the clown killer, John Wayne Gacy. You know what I'm saying? I understand those guys. Sammy the Bull, Gravano, right? I understand mad psychopathic killers. I truly do. You know what I'm saying? Their psychology, I've been to prison with them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've sat down and talked to some really wild ones. You know what I'm saying? But it gave me an insight into their, psychosis. Right? What is going on out there, Noy? You live in Phoenix, bro, one of the worst places ever, and you know it, right? I can imagine. I mean, it's been almost 2 years, since I've been on the streets out there in Phoenix. Just based on what it was like, I can imagine the shit you see on the freeway every day now. Right, or in the stores, you know what I'm saying? People, the Walmart tweakers. I can imagine what it's like. Right? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it anymore. I truly don't. What happened? I mean, you remember I told you this one time, Noah? I said I'd like to meet the guy that changed the rules. I'd like to punch him right in the face. Remember that? You know what I'm saying? Well, now it's like there are no more rules anymore anyway. When it comes to to I don't even know what to call it. What? Social interaction. There are no more rules. People, I mean, anybody that's between the ages of 15 and 40 nowadays is just whack. Right? They believe the bullshit that comes out of this box. Right? This is me all the time. If you don't understand what that means, then you need to quit watching this box. Baseball's canceled because the owners and the players can't come to an agreement. And all the baseball fans are like, oh man, what are we going to do now? Right? We can't go to the ballpark and drink free beer. Go to the store. Right? But then when you get there, there might be some 18, 19, 20-year-old kid with a hoodie and a fucking 357 trying to rob everybody in the place. Why? Because they don't have enough money to buy some Nikes, bro. I don't get it, no. I didn't understand. And no, I ain't bombed. This is only the first glass of a 24-ounce 805. And there's only 2 glasses in a 24. You know that. and it ain't because I smoke too much weed, because the weed I got is damn near bunk. Well, that reminds me, I gotta roll one up. I don't take any other drugs. You want a hair sample, haters? Yeah, throughout the course of the years that I've been on YouTube, I have been accused of being a meth head. I don't know how many times. Millions of times. There's going to be somebody that's going to watch this video that's going to think in their mind, he's lying, he's a meth head. Look, he ain't got no teeth. I'm 64 years old. They pulled out my teeth out in prison because the food rotted them out. Yeah. Oh crap! That's it. That's it, Noy. And it's not even. It's dust. Look at that, bro. It's dust. Let's pour it in here. Woo! Tree's gonna be mad. I smoked other Rough Rider stash. We still got a quarter-pound of this stuff in the bucket. All right. This is the old stuff. These are the trim and all that. The stuff she was going to use for baking and making can of butter and stuff. Right? It's just all we have left. We made it through winter. This is the last. Right? We got some more growing right now. I know. But what's going on up there? Right? His father with the rules. There was this thing the other day. This girl, this teenager, 16 years old or something like that, 17 years old, she went down and applied for a job right? I don't know if it was a burger flipping joint or not. Because, there's a reference in the article about flipping burgers, you know what I'm saying? And, but this boss, this owner, who hired this girl, along with her employment package, the taxes, forms, and all that other stuff, he gave her this piece of printed out paper with 11 rules on it, right? Rules for life he had, right? You know what I'm saying? And this is his own version, right, of what he feels in his own mind, in his own heart, that made him successful, right? You know what I'm saying? A couple of them were a little straightforward, like, hey, here's your rule number 3, you're not going to make $60,000 a year right out of high school. This is a fact. Unless you're Stephen Hawking or something and you're a super genius. Or you're that kid that tracked Elon Musk's jet all over the place until Elon offered him a job or to pay him off to get him to quit doing it. Well, you're not going to make big money. And the vast majority of American citizens that enter the workforce, you know what I'm saying, right? Never, ever, ever achieve more than $35,000 a year. Less than 2% make more than $335,000 a year. The average yearly wage out here at the mine. Now, mind you, this mine, they dig up about 500,000 grams right of gold a year. Right, they make billions. Right, you know what I'm saying? The average salary out here is $105,000 a year. Right? Wow, that's a lot of money. Yeah, but there's only 900 of them that work here. Right? Yeah, the idea of more. It's screwing up the whole, cultural discourse throughout, the generations, not only just in America, but all over the world. Discord. Yeah, I bet you there's a whole lot of truth on there. Right? Right? It's all foolishness. It's all wishful thinking, right? And foolishness that's circulating around and around and around. You know what I'm saying? Even out here in the boonies. I mean, the local high school, right? They got a big rock out front of the high school, you know what I'm saying, that each senior class gets to paint their names on. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool tradition. It says this year it's class of 2022, right? There's 8 names on it. When I went to high school, in my senior class, there was only 63 of us. Right? And one of us died before the end of the senior year. Right? You know what I'm saying? There's 8 names on it. Those 8 kids, right, are a prime example of what I'm talking about. Right? The one kid, Blaze, right, he gets in trouble all the time. He's always in trouble. He's a troublemaker. No, he's not a troublemaker. He's one of those kids that's already made up his mind on what he thinks life is about and how the world really is. Right, so he's always pushing the envelope. He's like that kid in the Breakfast Club, the bad boy that what's her name fell in love with. You know what I'm saying? He's just like that kid, right? Back then, you know what I'm saying, when you and me were that guy in high school, we were that kid, that teenager growing up. You know what I'm saying? It had a whole different connotation, a whole different meaning, right? To what society was about. Nowadays, there is no society. There's only social media. They don't interact face to face anymore. They talk smack about it, to each other through the. Well, dude, spend a few minutes surfing through YouTube looking for some of the game action play sites. You know what I'm saying? Where some of the young people record their gameplay with the little picture of them up here in the top. You know what I'm saying? Just spend, 20, 30 minutes watching just one of their videos, right? You know what I'm saying? You'll catch what I'm saying in the commentary and the running commentary that they're making as they're playing along with their game. They are absolutely, totally submersed in the unreality, right? You know what I'm saying? Of the gameplay, of the RPG, right? But without even realizing it, and parents don't get this. They don't see it because they don't play the stupid games. That carries forward into the real life confrontations and situations that they have with their peers and adults around them, right? They're still that character. Anime is this great big gigantic huge thing, right? The all of the stupid festivals they have downtown at the convention center, you know what I'm saying? The animes, the memes, the wizards and demons, you know what I'm saying? The robots. You know what I'm talking about, Noah. You and me have laughed about it a lot of times, right? They all truly believe, you know what I'm saying, that they can live their fantasy, right? And that life is going to take care of them as long as they, do the very best that I can. You know what I'm saying? Dude, look at some of these. Here, let's throw a contrasting vision into that. You remember that kid, that race car driver, Brandon Brown, the one that won Talladega when everybody was yelling, "Let's go, Brandon!" Remember that? That was just last year, right? And everybody made a big old deal out of it, you know what I'm saying? And this and that, politics and satires and lawsuits and LBG coins and cryptocurrencies and NASCAR saying, no, that's against the rules and blah, 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 blah. Remember all of that drama? Do you remember Brandon Brown? He won the damn race. The Talladega. He won it. And a privateer team, a team that his family and some other partners owned. They struggled. That kid has been struggling since he was fucking 12 years old, driving legend cars to get not only to make it to the big leagues, but to at least be competitive. He won his first race, right? Does anybody care? No. Right? Did he get a big sponsorship deal out of it? Is he racing a Hendrick car or any of that stuff? No. Right? Is he still racing? Struggling, just like always. Just like always, from race to race. Dude, if he has to finish high enough in the points in the standings in order to earn enough money so that he can pay for his tires and his fuel and his parts and his this and his that and his motorhome and his gas and the food and the old lady and the insurance and everybody else to get to the next race. Brandon Brown he didn't get anything out of the whole deal, but Brandon for the rest of his life associated with this stupid idiocy about, let's go, Brandon. When everybody knew, when they voted for his dumb, sorry old ass, that he was already burnt out. What happened? Where is the logical form and flow of American culture? Where did it go? What happened? Will Smith walked up on stage and slapped Chris Rock in his face on TV at the Oscars, and then 12 minutes later walked away with the Best Actor Oscar award himself. Now, tell me, what kind of message does that send? This is me, Brian. Beer 30. Go Ukraine. That's who we should really be talking about. That's what should really be important right now, is 4 million people running for their lives. And another, 6 or 7 million fighting for their lives. That's what we should be dealing with. That's what we should be doing. That's what we should be caring about right here. Because you know what? It could be here. That's before I die. I told you this, Noah. Please like and subscribe and share this video if you think they need to stop the war. Thank you.